Hey everybody, welcome back to Kindred Spirits on the Roof. Last time we did lots of running, and we also gave some love advice to a new friend, a old acquaintance, now possibly new friend. Really cool stuff. We're seeing Yuna change as a character, which I really appreciate. So, now we're going to continue to the 19th, Rain Falls and Love Blooms 6, and it looks like we're taking this from Megumi's perspective. Let's get started. It's almost that day, the last day of June. The first day I spoke to Sachi-san, the day I confessed to her. The day Sachi-san told me she loved me too. The day Sachi-san and I became a couple. It's the day I died. I first met Sachi-san right after starting school at Shirojo, April 9th. I'll never forget that day. I'd been wandering around the school and decided to take advantage of the nice weather by going to the roof for lunch. Sachi-san was there. I could tell right away. Her uniform was the only one that stood out from all the others. A black sailor uniform. It was striking, complementing her long, black hair. She stood on the edge of the roof, her back to the fence. She didn't look like she was doing anything in particular, just idly observing the state of the roof. She glanced at me when I appeared, then returned her gaze to the rest of the roof. But in that one moment, I felt my heart swelling, my cheeks flushing hot. I could feel my head start spinning. It was love at first sight. The mature girl, probably an upperclassman, with her beautiful long black hair and her unique uniform. I didn't know her name or what class she was in. I didn't know what to do. My thoughts fizzled out, and when I turned back to look in her direction again, she was already gone. I thought my head was only spinning for a second, but there was only empty space by the time I looked back. She was nowhere to be seen on the roof. From that day on, I came to school for the sole purpose of meeting her again. I did everything I could. I went to the roof on my lunch breaks and stayed behind after school. I couldn't meet her very often. It was only 2 or 3 times a week, for just that one moment when I arrived on the roof. She would look my way for that one moment. For that one moment, my cheeks would grow hot. I loved that moment. But those were the only moments I could see her. She would disappear before I'd even blinked. Her spot would be empty, unoccupied. She would be gone as if she'd simply faded away. On sunny days, her black sailor uniform stood out starkly against the blue sky. The uniform that was only hers. But no one else ever noticed her. Around the end of April, I finally realized, that girl on the roof is a ghost. Okay, so I was right. I didn't misread. They did die at different times. Interesting. I'm the only one who can see her, and I can only see her for those split seconds. I understood then, but I wasn't afraid. No one else could see her. I was the only one who knew she existed, and she was so beautiful. I was actually happy about it. I wished I could see more of her, truly meet her. I wanted to talk to her, have a conversation. About what? I wasn't thinking that far ahead. But she was so beautiful, so wonderful. I admired her so much. I wanted to speak to her. I really did. I did everything I could to get to school. I went to the roof every day, many times. I could only see her for those short moments. Even if I sat where she'd been, I was always alone. I thought maybe I should say something to her, but no words ever came. I'd just sit there. Even doing that again and again was kind of fun, but those fun days didn't last long. My health had always been fragile. I'd probably missed half of all my elementary and middle school days. I'd even overheard my parents and relatives talking about how I'd be lucky to live to 15. I did as much as I could to see her after I started school at Shirojo. Even if I had a bit of a fever, I'd pretend I was fine and go to school anyway. I was happy to see her, and I loved the moments when she appeared. Mom and Dad worried about me, but they were happy for me too. But my body just couldn't keep up with my feelings. It was just an ordinary cold, the sort you catch when the seasons change, when the rainy season starts and the temperature fluctuates. The sort of cold normal people would recover from with a few days of rest, but not me. My fever refused to break. It became pneumonia, and I was hospitalized. I never recovered. Oh, I'm sad. I mean, not that we didn't know this was the truth and that this happened to her, but sad to hear. My last living memory is my mom looking down and consoling me as she cried. I remember thinking, even as I looked back at her, that I wanted to go to school, thinking I wanted to see her. After that, I went to sleep, and I never woke up. I don't know how much my mom cried or how sad my dad was. I didn't see my funeral either. Because by the time I realized it, I was on the roof, and I saw her clearer than before, and she looked over to me the same way she always did when I arrived on the roof. She looked really surprised. Seconds passed, but she didn't disappear. She was there. I couldn't take it anymore. I ran straight to her. My voice is working. I can talk to her. Oh, I can hear her too. Her voice is mature and beautiful, just like I imagined. And my voice is reaching her. What should I say? What should we talk about? I thought about this, dreamed about it, but there's one thing I want to tell her first. For a while she was frozen there, a stunned look on her face. Of course I hadn't realized I'd never even told her my name. I just wanted her to know. I wanted to tell her that first feeling I'd felt when I met her. She held that surprised expression a little longer, then she smiled kindly to me, and that's how she responded. That was June 30th, about 30 years ago. I'd confessed to her before I'd really even grasped the fact that I had become a ghost. We spoke about each other after that, and about all sorts of other things. I've spent all that time on this roof with Sachi-san. The roof was deserted, no doubt due to the rain. No one had come up during lunch, and no one was there after school either. Sachi-san was gone too. I muttered, leaving the eaves over the entrance to the roof. What was it like back then? On those days when I tried everything to get to school to see Sachi-san, I wouldn't strain myself by going out onto the roof with an umbrella, so I probably just peeked out from the roof entrance before leaving. I don't think I saw her on those rainy days. Now the rain doesn't matter. It goes right through my body. I don't feel heat or cold. I won't get wet so I can walk around normally. It's just a matter of my mood. It's probably why I'm feeling all gloomy and melancholic. Is that a real word? I know it's like it comes from melancholy, right? Never mind. June is about to end. The 30th is approaching. It's a special day for me. The day I was able to speak with Sachi-san, and the day I confessed to her. The day I became a ghost, and could be together with Sachi-san forever. I don't think she'd forget, but on days like this when we're apart after school, I get anxious. I know why we're apart. It's because Yuna's appeared. Someone who can see Sachi-san and me and speak with us? Not a ghost, but a living person. Thanks to Yuna, a dream Sachi-san's always wanted to realize may come true. Helping girls who want to convey their feelings but can't, and allowing their love to bloom. And if this school gets filled with girl-girl couples, someone may be able to tell us how to love each other as girls. But for that to happen, I like that Sachi-san looks so happy every day, but when she's talking to Yuna so excitedly, I look down from the lonely roof, empty of even Sachi-san.
Yuna. Megumi, びっくりした。
No duh, I snuck up behind you to do just that. I caught her just before she left the main gate. I can't go outside the school grounds after all, so this is about as far as I can make it.
何よ、驚いちゃって失礼ね。背中から声をかけられたら傘もさしてない人がいるのよ。びっくりするわよ。
I'm telling you, that's what I was going for.
そうやって雨の中傘もささずにいると幽霊。
Well, I am one, the genuine article.
帰るとこ？ええ、今日は特にすることもないし。
Actually, everyone's kind of in trouble lately. It's just that we haven't been able to report much because of the downpour. We still need to make new plans. 何か用？別に。ユナが帰るとこが見えたからちょっと声かけただけだもん。You know, saying hi, teasing Yuna. It's all the same difference to Megumi.
そう。
Yuna, she suddenly appeared between Sachi-san and me. Sachi-san and I both knew she'd been coming to the roof to eat lunch since last year, but that was it, so we never thought any more of her. That thing at the end of the holidays in May was just to pass the time too. Sachi-san and I played around like that all the time. We didn't mean to tease her. We didn't think she could hear us after all. We didn't think that anyway. And yet, against all expectations, Yuna heard us. She'd seen us and was surprised. We were surprised too. We'd barely even considered that someone like her could exist. Sachi-san and I had talked before about what we'd do if someone like that appeared, what we'd ask them to do. But I never expected it to happen. Yet Yuna heard us, she saw us, and she's gotten in between Sachi-san and me. Sachi-san seems happy that she's finally able to do what she'd always wanted to. And I'm happy that Sachi-san's happy, but Yuna's presence is making me nervous and irritated. She said she doesn't really understand homosexuality and that she can't since she's never been in love. That's fine, I don't care as long as she doesn't think poorly of my relationship with Sachi-san, but if she doesn't understand it now, what if she came to understand? Would she fall in love with Sachi-san? Would she fall in love with all of Sachi-san's wonderful qualities? She's kind of a recluse and shies away from getting involved with people, but she's smart and seems competent. And I guess she does have a few friends. And she is helping us out. Since Yuna got in between us, we've found and helped Maki-chan, Sasa-san, and Kiri-san one after another. Sachi-san seems happy about that. She seems to really enjoy helping out with Yuna. Maybe she's having so much fun she's forgotten my important day. Since Yuna showed up...
わざわざ見送りに来てくれたってわけ？暇つぶしに。はいはい、ありがとう。
If Yuna falls in love with Sachi-san? No, that's not it. I don't care about that.
じゃあね、また明日。
If Sachi-san falls in love with Yuna...
え？何？何か言った？
This is breaking my heart, you guys.
許さないから。あ？サチさんと私の間に入ってきたら許さないから。サチさんのこと好きになったら許さないから。サチさんに好かれたりしたら許さないから。もし絶対に呪ってやるから。ちょっと待てよ。何言ってるのよ。
Even I know that there's no point in telling Yuna this now.
あのさ、前にも言ったでしょ。私よくわかんないの、そういうこと。サチさんいい人だと思うけど、そういう風に思ったことないのよ。第一、あなたの恋人なんでしょ。変な勘違いで呪ってこないでよ。お願いだから。そうよ。サチさんはめぐみの恋人なのよ。私の一番大切な人なのよ。だから分かってるってば。あのね、ユナ。私、サチさんに告白するためにサチさんの恋人になりたくて幽霊になったのよ。え？私、屋上でサチさんを見たことがあるの。生きている時。一目見てサチさんのことが好きになったの。サチさんに会うために毎日ここに通っていたんだから。でもね、私体が弱くて学校通うのに無理したから死んじゃったのよ。でもそのおかげで幽霊になれた。サチさんに告白できた。サチさんに好きになってもらえたの。サチさんもこのこと知ってるわ。ちゃんと話したもの、私。だからもしかしたらサチさんは私が死んだ原因が自分にあると思ってるかもしれない。私が無理して死んだのが自分のせいだと思ってるかもしれない。
Why? Why am I telling Yuna this?
私と会うまでのサチさんのこと、私は知らない。なんでサチさんが幽霊になったのかも知らない。もしかしたらって思う。もしかしてサチさんも私みたいに好きな誰かに好きって伝えたかったから幽霊になったんじゃないかって。でも私は知らない。そんなことどうだっていい。サチさんが私のこと好きでいてくれるなら、めぐみのこと好きって言ってくれるならそれでいい。私は サチさんと一緒にいたいんだもの。
Things that I've always thought, things hidden in my heart, things I couldn't ask Sachi-san, couldn't tell her. Why am I telling them to Yuna? But maybe I just wanted to tell someone other than Sachi-san, that I love Sachi-san this much.
サチさんが私に悪いと思っていても、それで私と一緒にいてくれるならそれでいい。それで私のこと好きでいてくれるなら。
Even if Sachi-san has feelings for someone else, if she still loves me and will be with me.
サチさん、誰かと心も体も一つになれれば思い残すことなく成仏できるって言ってるでしょ。言ってたわね、そんなこと。サチさんはそう信じてる。そのためにユナに協力してもらってる。ねえ、もしそうなったらこの後いろいろうまくいって私とサチさん素敵な初体験できたなら、それでサチさん成仏するのかな。もしサチさんの中に私以外の誰かがいても。そんなことわからないわよ。でもね、ユナ、もし誰かがサチさんの中に残っていて、それでサチさん成仏できなかったとしても、その時私だけが成仏したりはしないのよ、きっと。だって私の願いはサチさんとずっと一緒にいることだもの。
That's it. I do long for a first time with Sachi-san. I wonder how great it might be, but...
もしサチさんが私と初体験してそれで成仏するなら私も一緒に行く。私ずっとサチさんのそばにいたいの。ずっと一緒にいたいの。
This isn't a betrayal. I'm not deceiving Sachi-san. I'm helping Sachi-san because I want to be together with her. Together forever. I want us to have our first time together, then stay together forever after that. That's all I wish for. Oh. Oh, that's good, because I'm like close to tears right now. That stuff personally really gets me, so if I start sniveling or something. But maybe I won't, because it seems like things are back to normal.
ちょっと待ってよ。話すだけ話しておいて。そういうわけだから、あんたもしっかりお手伝い頼むわよ。サチさんと私のために。それからこのことサチさんに言ったら呪うから。あとサチさん好きになっても呪う。もういいわよ。別に話したりもしないから。お手伝いだってできることならちゃんとやるわ。それでいいのよ。
I really do feel better now. Ever since I became a ghost, Sachi-san's been the only person I could talk to, and that was great, but it looks like I've been building up some things I couldn't say to her. I'm glad I found someone I could tell them to.
どうしたの？帰るんでしょ？さっさと帰ったら？あなたが声かけて勝手に話していったんじゃない？
Now this is beginning to feel more like normal. Ah, the bickering. I like that Megumi felt she could. I don't know if it was that Megumi felt she could trust Yuna, or it was just she was so desperate to tell someone, and Yuna's like the only other person. Obviously, it's like beggars can't be choosers, but I've always liked Yuna and Megumi's interactions, and it's nice to have some tenderness now being developed with them, because before it's always been very antagonistic and and bickering, and which has been great. Like, I think that's always very entertaining to watch, because they play off of each other so well. But now it's nice to see some tenderness being built into that relationship, and hopefully we get to see a nice, like, friendship develop between them. I certainly would enjoy that.
そんなこと知らない。じゃあね、私サチさんのとこ行くから。
Yuna looks like she has something she really wants to say, and now she's getting angry. But I don't want to deal with that, so I'll just wave to her and head back to the roof. I don't think Yuna will say anything to Sachi-san after promising not to, and I bet she'll keep helping us as before, too. She seems like she's earnest like that. Yuna's pretty convenient, if I think about it that way, huh? Convenient. Yep. Alright, back to Yuna. What the heck was that about? Megumi said all she wanted to say, then flew off looking weirdly happy about it. As I watched her float up to the roof, I found myself reluctant to leave. I didn't expect to hear those things about Megumi and those feelings of hers. What was that about? I didn't think Megumi's feelings for Sachi-san were that strong. Her words were so forceful that it was a little scary. Forceful and... is wholehearted the right word? The reason that she died and the fact that Sachi-san knew about it? Megumi said Sachi-san might feel responsible for her death, but that she didn't care if that was why Sachi-san loved her. She still wants to be with Sachi-san. Could I imagine that? Wanting to be someone with that badly? It was almost like she was telling herself too. Reassuring herself. Just blurting out all the things she couldn't say to Sachi-san. Yeah, I guess it was stuff she bottled up. I wonder if she'd always wanted to say that stuff to somebody. Is that why she looks so refreshed after saying all that? Frankly, I've been thinking of Megumi as more childish than that. Since she's always getting jealous of me or threatening me or just clinging to Sachi-san. But the Megumi who was just here was much more... No, I don't think maturity is really it. She had a feeling hidden in her heart, one I've never known, a strong desire to be together forever with Sachi-san. Is that her love, I wonder? Well, I'll keep helping them like I have been. I was just kind of going along with it, but I don't have any reason to suddenly stop helping them. Oh, please, Yuna. You know it's more than that. You, like, enjoy this. You get a kick out of it because you always go above and beyond. And just yesterday, you gave unsolicited advice to... Well, technically it wasn't unsolicited because Yoka did ask for your opinion, but you were very forward in your advice, which it was a switch from you, considering before it was like, I'll just help out from the shadows and just do what you guys want me to. Yeah. I like it. I think it's really cool that we're seeing Yuna change, and it's very subtle. It's not overt. It's not overt, it's very subtle, and it's really awesome. I could see this game having a lot of replay value. Yuna-san. Oh, Sachi-san. Heading home? Yeah. Sachi-san was now also standing exposed under the rain. It really is convenient to be a ghost, but it kind of throws me off. Sachi-san slid underneath my umbrella with me. Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute. She's like, let me get in like this. I'm sorry, it's not as if I'll get wet, but I just don't feel right standing in the rain without an umbrella. I guess that makes sense. Were you talking to Megumi about something? Was she watching? But I can't tell her what Megumi just told me. I'm not sure how to answer, but... Oh, it's alright. I didn't come here because I wanted to ask you about that. Ah, right. I had something I wanted to ask you to do, Yuna-san, separate from your usual assistance, she said, then explained this favor of hers to me. Keep it a secret from Megumi, okay? Her request was something very simple. It would take just a little time and effort. Thank you, Yuna-san. Sachi-san said her thanks and smiled when I accepted her request. Wait, what is the request? I mean, I'm sure we'll find out, but that's something that this game does that I don't necessarily like. It's only happened once before, but there's like a conversation, and I'm trying to remember the moment and the characters, but I think it was Yuna and Sachi again, where either way, one of the characters says something like, hey, can I ask this of you? And then the other character replies, yeah, and then just kind of, and then the plan gets not explained, like we don't get in on that conversation. It just feels awkward. I know they're trying to build up some kind of tension, but honestly, that kind of stuff feels really awkward to me. But at the same time, this is only the second time it's happened that I've caught, so whatever. It's fine. I care enough to keep going anyways. It's not enough to turn me off to this at this point. Okay. The 22nd. Rain falls and love blooms 7. As you might expect for the rainy season, the rain didn't let up a bit, and I had to continue eating lunch in the classroom. I finally figured out which parts of the school the Kindred Spirits can and can't use. Sachi-san's fine on the roof, but she can't enter the Hoshikan building. And, in contrast, Megumi freely wanders the Hoshikan building, but she can't go into the inner building, where Sachi-san can. That's why I haven't been able to coordinate with them lately, since the only place we can meet is the roof. And I can't just stand outside in the rain, seeming to talk to myself. The two of them could at least get into the entrance hall, but it's not like I could sit and eat lunch there either. So even if I wanted to help with anything, there was no way to make plans in this weather. But on Friday... Yuna! Oh, Megumi, what is it? After school, I didn't have any helping to do, and I'm not in any clubs, so I'd just been chatting with Anno a little. I was planning on going home when... It's our chance, a big chance. What? What do you mean? I whispered the question to Megumi, who jumped into my back, trying not to arouse Anno's suspicions. That must be pretty awkward. Like, Anno's probably just looking like, what are you whispering to yourself? Aren't we in the middle of a conversation? Ooh, it's a big chance for Sasa-chan. Futana-san. She's in love with Ichiki-san, and we think she's been waiting for a chance to confess. But the two of them are always with Miyama-san, so she hasn't been getting many opportunities. We had been trying to figure out what to do about that. According to Megumi, lately Ichiki-san's been even more eager to keep the three of them together all the time. But now there's a big chance? This morning at the main gate, the three of them were all together like usual. Yeah? And it was really windy, right? So there was this big gust and it broke Umi-san's umbrella. Yeah, and... What? You can't connect those dots? No, I can't. What the heck is she talking about? Listen, Umi-san doesn't have an umbrella to go home with today, but she still needs to stay dry. Right. Meaning, if we do something about Nena-san, it'll just be Sasa-san and Umi-san left, right? Right. So? Hey, you still don't get it? Just hurry up and tell me already. You're completely hopeless. Listen up. Umi-san doesn't have an umbrella, and it's still raining, and she'll be going home alone with Sasa-san. So, please just get to the point already. They'll have to share an umbrella, duh. Share an umbrella? Oh, they'd both be using Futano-san's. Sasa-san can walk home with the girl she loves under the same umbrella. If she doesn't use that as a chance to confess, when the hell else would she? I get it. I don't know. That would almost be too much to me. If I was that age and I had to share an umbrella with the girl I liked, and I wanted to confess, that's like close proximity. That's hard. There's nowhere you can run. There's nowhere you can hide if you get rejected. Like, that is just not what my mind would be thinking. I'd be too flustered and embarrassed and too afraid she'd reject me, and then I'm stuck under the same umbrella with her. And worse if I'm the one who has the umbrella, because then, like, I can't push her out into the rain and run off, you know? There's just way too many complications. I don't know if I quite think this is the most opportune moment for a love confession, but that's just me. But this is a good chance. I'm not sure about the whole sharing an umbrella thing, but I do think Futano-san can work up the courage to confess. I got it. I'll see what I can do. Good. You should hurry, since I think they're already getting ready to go home. Though now that I'm thinking about it, what am I going to do? Just grab Miyama-san and ask her to help with something? In any case, the three of them are going to leave if I don't act fast. Probably together. I'm sorry, Ano. I just remembered something I have to do. Oh? What is it? What you gotta do? I have to ask Miyama-san. Shoot. Huh? Nana? My head was full of tangled thoughts, so I just gave Ano an automatic answer. What should I do? Ano knows I'm not really close to Miyama-san. How can I explain this? Oh yeah, come to think of it, I have a thing with Nana too. Man, I almost forgot. Huh? You do? Can I come too? Okay. Okay, let's get going then. What should I do? I'm thinking about it, but don't have any way to stall Ano if she needs Miyama-san for something. And if Ano's business might get Miyama-san to stay behind, then we just need Futano-san and Ichiki-san to head home together. I love when things work out like that. Ano is like the best friend, because she just seems to unwittingly know exactly what Yuna needs at any given moment. I mean, this is the second time she's her and like Yuna's goals have helped each other, kind of coincided. Well, not coincided, but their motives have been the same. Well, not the same. That's not true either. You get my point, though. She's unwittingly been there to give Yuna exactly what she needs. We peeked into their Class B on our way to the entrance hall, but they were nowhere in sight. Did they go home already? What do you think? Should we go to the broadcasting room? Let's head over to the entrance hall. We might run into them. I guess so. I wanted to just run to the entrance hall, but that would have been suspicious. Instead, I just moved as quickly as I could get away with. The three of them will be together, so they shouldn't be hard to find. Right. Being together is the whole reason Futano-san's having all this trouble, and why I'm working so hard to separate Miyama-san from them. And then there's the fact that Ichiki-san is the one holding them together. The one Futano-san has feelings for. It must be really tough for her. Come to think of it, you asked me before if any two of them are particularly close, didn't you, Yuna? Yeah? I did, but even I think it was kind of a pointless question. I should feign ignorance here. Sorry, Anno. Did I ask that? You did, huh? You don't remember? No. Huh, I thought for sure you'd gotten yourself a pair of Yuri goggles. Oh god. I'll leave it to Anno to totally throw in these references. There's a tsundere reference, IRL, Yuri goggles. You know, because we're so self-aware here in this game. You know, you look at a pair of girls together and you imagine what it'd be like if there were an element of a Yuri to their, if there were an element of Yuri to their relationship. I don't think Yuna knows what Yuri is. Before this game, like 2 months ago, she didn't even know what like homosexuality was. So I really don't think. But I'm not thinking dirty stuff or anything, you know. Yuri's like a more pure thing, right? It's important to keep your imagination under control. Uh-huh. Well, she's free to think whatever she wants. I hope she can rein it in a little, though. It's a little hard to criticize Anno with all the stuff I'm doing right now. Yeah, that's true. Yuna, you might want to actually invest in a pair of Yuri goggles. They might actually help you. What do you think, Yuna? You think Yuri's okay? Huh? What the heck is she asking me now? Cool. Oops. I'm just gonna save here because I do want to go back and do answer all the answers eventually. You think Yuri's okay? Well, I guess so. I can't imagine it. So, well, I can't. Well, I guess so, of course. There's no. I don't want to say I can't imagine it because at this point Yuna's given us has given us every hint, every reason to believe, hey, I'm okay with it. I don't really get it, but I'm okay with it. So the I can't imagine it really doesn't make sense considering she's now witnessed how many lesbian relationships. We're just gonna go with the, well, I guess so, and be boring here and do the obvious one. Well, I guess so. Oh, an unexpected answer. You think it's like, not that you love girls, but that you fall in love and it just happened to be with the girl or something like that. I mean, I guess it's like that. I don't really know. Oh, how cool. Oh, but don't fall for Miss Anno now. I don't do IRL after all. The IRL thing, that just cracks me up. I've never met someone who actually would say IRL. I know people who go in real life. I don't know anyone who goes IRL, like, verbally. It's not like that. But why the heck can you imagine it for other people if you can't do it IRL? Yeah, Yuna, good question. Good question. Because imagine it counts as 2D or something. Sure. Yeah, way to be mature about that, Yuna. I like it. Yeah, because I've met people like that too, who are very much like, oh, it's okay as long as it's not like happening in real life. Which is, I just pretty much took Anno's words right out of her mouth, but it's a good way of putting it. It's very unfortunate that people think that, but. As I scanned around the hall, I heard Anno raise her voice beside me. Oh, there they are! Nana! I followed Anno's gaze as she waved her arm and spotted the trio near the entrance observing the rain. Oh, Anno, what's up? Well, you see, remember the video I was telling you about yesterday? I guess it got taken down. What? Really? Yeah, I guess the uploader deleted it. Ah, I knew I should have watched it last night, but I was just so tired. Oh, I think that's like a new expression for Nana. I like the hands holding the head. I know that body language very well. I feel like I hold my head like in frustration all the time. Ah, that's what I thought, but I was prepared. Oh? I cleverly downloaded the video. Oh. Well, you're impressed, right? So where's the file? On my phone. And where's your phone? I forgot it in the classroom. I'm impressed, Ano. I'm impressed too. I don't know. Does Ano just... So, like I was saying, Ano just seems to unwittingly give Yuna what she needs, and I'm starting to think it's on purpose now. I mean, I know she's forgetful, but the fact that she seems like proud and like she knew it and she was just talking to Yuna, and she's like, I have business with Nena too. Like, what? How could you really forget that? It almost seems like it's on purpose. Because at this point, you were literally just talking about it before you left the classroom. What is with this conversation? I'm not sure if I'm getting anxious or falling asleep. Sorry, but want to come with me and get it? Or do you want to watch it in the classroom? Miyama-san was thinking about it, though not before making a glance to Ichiki-san and Futano-san. Well, since you went to the trouble, I guess I've got to go with you. Oh, there we go. Maybe Futano-san and Ichiki-san will go home on their own now. The same thing happened with Ano last time. It's kind of impressive how things keep working out like this. Though, it's her forgetfulness that gets the credit, I suppose. Well, that's that then. Sorry, but could you two go home without me? What? Wait a second, Nena. Sorry, but it's Ano, you know? She'll probably forget it again if I miss this. Man, you're making me blush here. That wasn't a compliment, Ano. Ano just lives in her own little ecosystem, and I love it. I'm sorry if you guys are hearing meowing right now. It's my cat who is hearing me talk and wants to be involved. But we said we'd go shopping with Sasa, didn't we? That's why I said I'm sorry. I'll make it up to you at some point, I promise. Okay. How long will it take? We'll wait. What? They're gonna stay here? Oh, come on. You don't have to do that. We can't just leave you behind, Nena. Yeah, that's right. We're friends and we do things together. Well, I'm happy you feel that way, but Sasa won't have time to do her shopping if you wait around for me, right? What? It's gonna take that long? Well, we've got to watch the video and stuff. You want to sit here and make Sasa miss out on her shopping? Yes, shopping's very important. It's cool. Give it up, Ichiki-san. Just go, Sasa. Oh, I guess we have no choice. But we're definitely all going together next time, okay? Yeah, sorry. It kind of went like this last time too, didn't it? Ano held Miyama-san back, and Futano-san and Ichiki-san ended up alone. Yeah, see, this is like weird. I really feel like this is on purpose. Because it seems almost too coincidental that it could happen twice like this. So maybe Nena knows something we don't. Like maybe Nena's in on this. Like maybe she knows that Futano-san has a thing for Ichiki-san and is trying to help out her friend. You know, why not? And maybe she's got Ano in on the plan because it just seems too weird to have this happen the same way twice. Well, have fun with Umi then. Yeah. Miyama-san then said something to Futano-san I didn't quite catch. See? I bet you Nena's totally helping. Which is why this has been working out so smoothly. See ya. Go back home when you're done, okay, Nena? You can't sleep at school. Yeah, I know. Miyama-san waved to the two of them as they left the entrance hall. Futano-san unfurled a black umbrella at the exit and held it up to cover Ichiki-san. It's weird seeing Futano in white. I'm just gonna say that. I like her better in the dark colors. Maybe it's because she has that long dark hair, like how Sachi-san looks good in dark colors because she has the long dark hair. But yeah, I miss the blue on her. Phew, it worked out somehow. in the same moment as my hushed sigh of relief. Sheesh, they finally left. I heard Miyama-san's voice. It was a tiny murmur, so quiet that Ano, a few paces in front of us, probably couldn't hear it. They're finally alone together. Hopefully Sasa can make her move this time. Ha! I knew it! I was like, there's no way this could happen twice in a row. Like, it was way too good. And that's awesome. I'm glad Naina's supportive. That's really nice, considering Sasa was so worried that Naina would be upset if that like broke up the friendship. It's nice to know that Naina's supportive. Those two are in so much trouble, don't you think, Tomi-san? What? Huh? You hadn't noticed about Sasa, Tomi-san? Huh. Yes, I like it. I feel like we haven't had questions in such a long time that I'm very excited that in this run we've had 2 questions. I don't know. You hadn't noticed about Sasa-chan. Well, I had an idea, or... Huh, what do you mean? You know, I like how Yuna's being less, like, secretive about things lately. She's still trying to play it like she's not involved, but she's becoming more and more less concerned about being covert, so I think I'm gonna go with, well, I had an idea. Yeah, well, I guess I had an idea. Oh, I thought so. It was so obvious, even you noticed it. And we're not that close. Why doesn't Umi notice? Sorry about that read, you guys. You probably heard my cat meowing again, and he's very annoyed I'm not talking to him, or he thinks I'm talking to him. Oh, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I just asked because I had a feeling. Well, I just helped her out a bit because she was being kinda irritating. It was a good opportunity when Ano came up like that. Uh-huh. Wait, so was Ano not in on this because I feel like... I don't know. I feel like Ano probably was. I know she's forgetful, but... well, we'll see, I guess. So Miyama-san had noticed. That's why she stayed behind with Ano. Well, I don't know if Umi likes Sasa like that or not, really. I just thought it'd be better for Sasa to come out and say it either way. I don't think Umi would think any less of her. You know, Umi's friendship thing is like an illness at this point. An illness, it's like a condition. It's been even worse lately. It was kind of stressing me out, too. I feel bad for Sasa. Well, I just thought I'd meddle a little. I don't think Umi would stop being friends with Sasa, even if it didn't work out. I see. I'm seeing Miyama-san in a bit of a... no, in quite a different light now. Since she looks so sleepy all the time, I hadn't really considered her the type who pays much attention to things around her. But she's pretty sharp, huh? And she's trying to help her friends out. Huh, what are you two whispering about back there? Yeah, I guess Ano didn't have anything to do with it. Well, okay. What's this now? When did you two get so close? Is this a new pairing? Is Yuna Naina a thing now? Oh my god, Ano. What are you saying? Cut it out. I'm gonna root for Ano Yuna if you're gonna be that way. God, give me a break. Oh, don't act like that, Ano. Come on. With that conversation, the 3 of us headed toward the classroom. Futano-san and Ichiki-san were left alone under one umbrella today. I wonder what they talked about. So I guess maybe they aren't setting up an Ano-Yuna romance. I know I was thinking about that, and which is fine, and it makes sense because I really think they're pushing the Hina-Yuna relationship. But I will talk more about that on another episode. This is going to end it for today. I think we had a whole lot of fun, right? We helped out the broadcasting club, found out Naina's an ally and is on our side and wants to get Sasa and Ichiki together. And we also learned a bit more about Megumi, which I really appreciated. And I'm very curious to see what Sachi-san's other plan is that she informed Yuna on, but then Yuna didn't bother to spill to us. So, anyways, see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, and take care.